Hello, good evening. Welcome to Spellbinder's News Hour. Well, today I found an article that you're really going to like. It's really scary, and it's really made me thinking, because I thought the same thing, but I actually thought of it under Revelations with the sea turning red. What if the oil leak cannot be stopped? They cannot plug it, and it just keeps blowing out all that oil. And it never stops because it's a main vein of the earth. It's like they hit the main artery, and now they can't stop the plane. They can't plug the artery. So now they're going to have this problem with, well, drowning the oceans with oil. According to Revelations, the oceans turn red. With pictures and video I've seen of the surface of the ocean and the Gulf, it's red. I wonder, could this be the end? Could this be that particular revelation coming true? Could this be the end of our oceans? Could it kill all the life there, leading to even our own extinction? This is by CGI Journey. Gulf blowout, best explanation yet. After reading many news reports and speculating on all ends of the spectrum, I have come to this conclusion. Everything so far on MSM and alternate news and internet is pretty well bunk. Here's what no one is talking about, save myself and maybe one other. This is going to be scary and not for the faint of heart. As some of us know, oil is not the result of millions of years of shitload of rotting fossils trapped in pockets in the earth. It is a biotic, meaning it is formed from inorganic materials via some bizarre process. Bacteria, maybe? Deep inside the earth, and some of that leaks up into shallow pockets we normally drill into the earth to get to. Probably no deeper than a mile or two, and maybe 3 at the max. Now, the Russians have known this for decades, and it is any wonder why Russia is now one of the top oil producers on Earth. They spent decades and millions on research to develop ultra-deep drilling technology to reach these deep sources, which are, for all intent and purposes, unlimited in scope by the human stretch of the imagination. Now we have BP out there in the Gulf, and they have dug a hole approximately 7 miles down, and they had a little wee bit of a problem. Firstly, when you drill in the ocean, you don't have to worry about the first mile or a thatch more to drill through, and possibly the seafloor is much more easier to drill through, maybe especially in certain spots, or there may be cracks and such in the crust that makes it easier to get through. BP's hole goes well into the area of ultra-deep well, I think. If this is the case, we have a very serious problem. The pressure of the oil in such a deep well is far and above and beyond the ability of Western technology to safely control. Hence, the scenario, BP has not developed the tech and safety features of such a deep well, and subsequently the pressure was too great and all safety features failed because of the result in the blowout. Halliburton's crappy cementing job notwithstanding, it is faulty method to begin with, and with this kind of pressure would never in a million years do the job anyways. The kind of pressure we are talking about here is extreme and in the most indescribable way. This is no accident. They knew what they were doing and did not have the necessary safety precautions in place. In fact, they don't even have the technology yet. The Russians? Maybe. Actually, probably. If they have tapped into an ultra-deep pocket and they cannot cap this leak, it will be an unending spew of oil into the Gulf, which will spread via oceanic currents to all other seats of the oceans on the planet and effectively kill everything in them. And we will all know that would spell doom for humanity and every other living thing on the earth. In the early stages of this event, my gut feeling had been this all along, and that is this will be catastrophic. And Chevron has already started an even deeper well off the coast of Newfoundland. The other gut feeling I had about how to fix this problem will not a human endeavor because we just don't have the means to fix it. I have been contemplating an ET intervention, the same kind as if our idiot leaders decide to press the big red button, well, this is a pretty big and red button emergency. I would suggest to anyone here at RMN and on other like-minded internet sites to start praying that some ET ship come somewhere in the vicinity can move in and plug up this hole. Otherwise, Mother Earth will bleed to death, taking us along with her. Not that it was her fault, of course. If I am right about this, we don't have very many options to pursue other than ET help at this point. I am also wondering why the U.S. Navy has not been given a shoulder tap, since they may have tech that can deal with this situation. The one writer who I have read an article about this very ideal mentions a nuke as the only option. This is where I depart from his assessment. That would be utterly madness, and the result would be a highly unpredictable earthquake. Anyone? Especially in that particular region. So in closing, I haven't heard any rational or realistic assessments of this catastrophe to this point in time. The why doesn't fly gas pocket. Nope. How about an ultra-deep well with unimaginable pressure behind it, blowing out all safety measures in place? Reasonable? I feel so, and so do I. Again, I would like to ask as many as I can to be persuaded, pray, or ask for some sort of intervention. ET would be the best avenue at this point, since God has never intervened to stop, let's say, the Great Flood, maybe, or wars, or Phantom, or just don't sell them the farm in exchange for the time, or for their help, okay? Journey. Okay, that was it. That was the article. Let's see how much I got here. Oh, just 6 minutes. Well, that was very interesting. Besides him going off with the ET stuff and everything, I'm thinking this is biblical. This is a biblical. I'm telling you right now, this is biblical. We could be, if they can't plug that sucker, and it just keeps flowing and flowing and flowing, we're going to die. And it's going to be one of the prophecies of Revelations come true. I mean, already, if you look at the photos and look at the video, it looks red on the surface of the ocean. I was looking at that and I'm going, that almost looks like something out of Revelation. And then I started thinking more about it, and sure enough, it probably is. Well, that's all I have to say for now. This is a short one. I'll say my adieus. You all take care, prepare. Better to be prepared than not. Be good or be good at it. I am Spellbinder.